do you think? Good. Yo, 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 what is happening? It's Thursday, May 16, 2019, and I'm actually off of work for the day. It's a beautiful day out. It's like 77 degrees out, the sun is shining. It is like, we had a violent storm in the middle of the day, and everything's already dried up and everything from that storm. It's Thursday. After work, it is after work. I went and stopped and picked up some Jimmy John's. I also grabbed the book that I had bought for Eliana, LJ. I got that from Kilauea the Kilauea Lighthouse or whatever, the gift shop there, and I'm gonna give that to her tonight. But I got us dinner and everything for all of us, me, Luke, and Ash. And we're going over, or I'm going over by Luke's, and we're going to meet up with our client for the wedding that we have in, I want to say it's in like 3 weeks or something like that. I believe it's, hold on, let me think. I believe it's 3 weeks from Saturday. I believe. Yeah, maybe. So, today's a good day. I should have some of my watercolor stuff coming today. And I spent a little bit of time today looking up resources for like watercolor tutorials, because I was like, you know what, I never like actually learned watercolors. You know, I did different experiments and things, and I've recorded it and all that, but I don't have any like formal training. So I found a few different write-ups, like, because I was like, I want to do like portraits or something, at least like learn about it. So yeah, I don't have any formal training or knowledge on this stuff. So I found an article. It was a step-by-step on watercolor portrait, and it talked about doing like a cool undercolor and toning and all this stuff. And I'm like, man, this is remarkable. So I looked up the lady that wrote that article to see if she had any more stuff, and she does have a YouTube channel and a Patreon and a website and stuff. And I saw that she, on her Facebook, she teaches classes and stuff, but they're in like Maryland or wherever she's at. So I was trying to see if, I actually commented on one of her YouTube videos and said, hey, do you have any online courses or anything like that? And she's like, no, I get a lot of requests, and eventually I'm going to do that at some point. But she said no. So anyway, I kept digging and digging and digging. I found this old guy from like Dublin that has a YouTube channel, and he actually talks about like doing really simple, basic watercolor paintings. And so I started watching the first episode or whatever he had, and it was like an hour long, but he did a well, actually, I haven't watched the whole thing. In the first 20 minutes, he did a tonal painting, which was an entire painting using one color, and I love that. And a lot of this stuff that I do and learn, I just kind of pick up naturally. Like, I look at something and just, I guess, figure it out on my own. And, and then later on, I'm like, oh, there's an actual name for that or whatever. The one cowboy painting that I made for Nikki's mom, that was a tonal painting. So it was one color that I layered 3 layers of watercolor on, and then as I layered it, it got like darker or whatever. And so that's what this guy was basically doing and talking about. So he did a tonal landscape or whatever, and I just thought it was pretty cool. So I'm gonna watch some more on this guy, and that was just like his first painting, his first thing that he was teaching. So he wasn't even getting into mixing paints and all that. But at the beginning of his episode, he talked about, like, I think he only had like 8 or 9 colors of watercolor that he used, and he said, like, this is all that you need. You can make or mix anything from those. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I'm going to watch more of this guy's channel. He has all kinds of different videos. He doesn't have a ton. He has probably maybe 50 videos or something, but I think it would be enough to learn all the basics and do and follow along and stuff. I should have my empty pans coming and a couple of those smaller sets the portrait watercolor paint set, as well as that one travel set. And then those use legit half pans, so I can take my other watercolors that I have in tubes, the watercolor paint I should say, and pour them in or squirt them into my own pans, and then build out my own set or whatever. So I'm going to add in all those exact colors or same colors that that guy talked about into my set, and then I can start color boarding them and all that stuff. So I'm going to kind of do it right and learn it. But one of the things that this guy said, I think his name is Frank, he said, if you can paint with watercolor, you can paint with any other medium. And he said, you know, if you like learn how to paint with watercolor, that everything else will be easier. Or it's easier than watercolor. He said if you talk to other painters that paint in other mediums, they can't do watercolor. So I thought that was interesting. There's a crew working out here. I wonder if the power lines got knocked down by the storm. There was like a the city that Luke lives in, actually, they think might have had a tornado come through. So I don't know where or what. I just heard about it, so I'm gonna find out more on that. So I don't know, I'm just kind of getting excited about this watercolor stuff. And I found earlier in the week, I found a couple, a bunch of videos on like cards, making cards and stuff. So came up with some cool and new ideas. There was a card design that I really liked. It was called a shaker card, and it has a movable piece. So when you hold the card or move the card, it like the face or whatever she had on the front of the card moves as well and stuff. So it was pretty cool design. I love stuff like that. But tired, but it'll be good. So I just want to get home and check out all my new stuff that I got arriving. I got a watercolor paint recipe book. I don't think that's coming until Saturday though, so kind of bummed about that. I wanted to get that sooner so I could learn more about mixing colors and stuff. So it's just gonna be one of those things where it's just gonna be kind of stumbling through and figuring it out. And what I like about these half pans and stuff is like you can come up with like your own custom palette or whatever, and then just pop them into your trays and bring them around with you or whatever. And then when you're sick of those or want to add or tweak something, you just pull that one out and put in a different one. So pretty cool. I want to try to get into like character design or something, like maybe nothing even really major, maybe some of those like kawaii characters that I was coloring and drawing and shit earlier last year. I could just, you know, draw those again and then work on like painting them with watercolor and stuff, and trying to like learn how to paint skin tones or something. So even if it's flat or whatever, yeah, it might just be something fun to do. So alright, stay tuned for more.
A new camera.
It's like 3 years old.
Somebody likes your new book. We're listening to the CD because this is the only CD player we got around here.
You driving?
Brahms Lullaby in Hawaiian. Rare.
Rest your head, remain snug in your
She's standing up.
He actually is.
And we crashed.
And we crashed.
Aww. How old is she now? 9? She's almost 10, right? 10 months? Or is she 9?
Yeah, oh, she'll be 10 months.
She'll be 10 months. Alright, last time you saw her on Last Human's Garage, she was just a little baby Papalito. Don't mind Luke over there playing with his salmon shorts.
Salmon
What are you doing over there?